Hi folks, I'm Patrick Kinkade, and I'm so happy to be here to introduce United We Stand. This is a wonderful series of paintings that is dedicated to the Pledge of Allegiance. Each painting will be depicting one clause of that patriotic vow, and in this case we're talking about the first clause, I pledge allegiance to the flag. There are things about this particular painting, nuances about this particular painting, that I really think it's fun to point out. The first is that Norman Rockwell is walking down the street. Now, Rockwell was an important character in my brother's life. He painted what it was to be an American. In so many ways, Rockwell was a patriot artist, like my brother is. Now, moving across the street, we also see a white picket fence. That is so iconic in terms of the American experience. When we were growing up in Placerville, Tom and I had a white picket fence that surrounded our house. Coming down the street is a '57 Chevy. It's a wonderful car, and a car that represents so much of what it is to be an American. When you look at this piece, you see a small schoolhouse. What a wonderful place for school children to go to learn what it is to be an American. All of the history of our forefathers, the patriots that brought the Declaration of Independence to life, are all captured in the lessons given by school teachers to school children. But of course, before we go into the schoolhouse, what did we all do as kids? What Tom and I did is go and say the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. We would raise the flag up the flagpole, it would begin to waft in the wind, and all of us would cross our hands across our hearts and begin to speak those magic words. It is the place where we first learn the value of what it is to be an American. I also want to point out that this is a Kinkade in the traditional manner that we all expect. The wonderful florals that we see in the flowers, the colors splashed across the landscape, are very indicative of all of my brother's work. So whether you're a patriot or a fan of my brother's work as a whole, it speaks to the heart of Americans, and it speaks to the heart of art lovers. Anyone who sees this piece cannot help but be moved. I want to thank you all for enjoying my brother's work, and I want to thank you all for sharing the light.